Hello everybody and welcome to the Just Play Stellaris with the Utopia expansion, where we are trying to find out what the extinction events here are to prevent our own nation of going down under through it. We have one neighbor so far discovered, but I have a feeling that on our trip going around we will probably encounter at least one person. And in the meantime, we are still researching our current aliens, of which I know for one at least. I think I don't remember actually which one. I think we had the space cows. Well, we did that one already. I don't remember which two we had. And we still didn't find, so I imagine that over here is another colonizable planet for us. Because you start with two available. One is over here, which we're going to colonize in a bit. But I don't know where the other one is. So I'm going to...
complete.
I assume it's there. But we have our colony ship ready, so let's go to our expansion planner, shall we? And I'm gonna plop you right over there. That seems like an okay spot for you.
Special project complete.
Space amoebas, the entities encountered by our fleet some time ago, are spaceborne forms of life. Makes sense. Quickly nicknamed Space Amoeba. Following an analysis, Crow's misreading of initial sensor output, this creature is in fact larger than the average Lakovian corvette. Further study is warranted. We may choose to either remotely monitor the creatures or attempt to swiftly bring down a specimen to study an eventual commercial exploit its remains. I don't want to fight them, so we're gonna do a remote project instead.
Updated.
And that gives us the Space Amoeba observation, which we will do after this, of course. Indeed, and there is... Oh, there are two arid worlds. Really nice. Really, really nice. We have a mass extinction planet here. The planet of interest in this system is covered in a layer upon layer of dense ice of varying composition. Apparently it was once home to more varied and pleasant biomes. A special project is issued to investigate this possibility.
Situation log updated.
A level 2 scientist. So yeah, let's get you over there and do that. Well, we get you over here and over here. Yeah, we could use another science ship actually. The question is, do I want to build one? Because we have a lot to survey for now. It's temporarily though. I don't think I want to build another science ship. I'm glad that this path actually towards there is safe. And he's gonna take this route to go here now, which I hope will be safe. But if not, there are multiple routes that lead there. We can always go this way as well.
Colonization in progress.
I like it. I mean, we're rocking a little bit of a deficit right now, but that will go away quite soon.
Complete.
As in once the colony is established. Okay, so we now have our exoskeleton, which is good. And I think we will immediately go towards robotics itself. Get a robot worker, start to get some of those robots up and running. I mean, it is kind of a thing what our nation is gearing up towards, right? That this is our plan, trying to shed our synthetic, try to shed our bodies made out of flesh into a synthetic one. At least that is kind of how I'm role playing it at the moment. We know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Sierra. No, we've met others, actually. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalogue the life form we encountered are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. Commendable initiative.
Situation log updated.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's interesting that we haven't found any other empire yet. I would expect some at least. So we'll level up. I think we're close to getting another...
Special project
here.
complete.
Oh dear. Pirates. The vessels we have come across in certain systems are definitely capable of receiving and transmitting static communication protocols. Visual indicators point to their culturally being largely spaceborne, and some phenotypes observed among them match no known planet-dwelling civilization. Unfortunately, their crews are completely uninterested in civil discourse. What little we have been able to glean from intercepting intrafleet communication indicates that they primarily subsist on piracy, occasionally recruiting fringe elements of spacefaring civilizations to their cause. It's deplorable. I hope we will not encounter many of those. Because right now we don't have many mining stations or anything like that, so we should be fine. But I still would like to be safe. We can do a new tradition. So we can have tradition caused by colonies is reduced. Currently we have one colony, so it's up by 25%, which makes sense. I mean, this is also pretty good, growth time. And for the purpose of colonizing a building frontier outpost, system count as being half the regular distance. And the upkeep is reduced. Well, we can't go there, and I think this is best one for us right now. It means we just get policies quicker in general, and that seems good. So in 30 months we can pick another one. Well, a science ship is busy there. We have almost reached our destination here. And this is also good for us exploring a little bit of the galaxy, right? See a little bit what's out there. We have at least found 2 good planets to settle over here, and we are almost ready to build another colony ship. Allegedly, this planet's flora and fauna choked on their own poisonous emission. Ooh. Likely helped along by the release of reactive gases from beneath the planet's crust.
Situation log updated.
But after this one, I kind of want you to survey this system. It's a bit of a priority, I would say.
Special project complete.
So, the ice planet. An unfortunate shift in the atmosphere's chemical makeup resulted in the slow but irreversible onset of an ice age. One that began before the formation of the Second Interplanetary Confederation and is likely to persist long after our passing. The exact cause remains unknown, but probable explanations include failed terraforming attempts or even interplanetary terrorism. Ugh. Some of the more radical elements within the scientific community in Sierra suggest that the dramatic climate shift may have been brought on by the unchecked emission of gaseous industrial byproducts into the atmosphere. Which society would ever do that? This view is confined to the scientific fringe, and it is unlikely that any race intelligent enough to achieve full industrialization would be stupidly enough to accidentally wipe themselves out. Exactly. There's no way that could ever happen. Be realistic, game. Alright, so we can build another colony ship. Let's. There's a pirate fleet over here. But it doesn't look like they're interested in us, which is good. So we just be on our way.
Research complete.
And we found a broken planet. Our astronomers are confident that asteroid belt city system was once an habitable planet, from asunder by unknown forces. Torn asunder. A special project has been issued to study one of these major belts.
Updated.
And then let's go here. And after that, just return home for now. Maybe we go through this belt, see what we have over there. Well, we have a research completed. We have now deflector shields. I like global energy management. Unlocks the energy grid. It's a good building. But I also like new lasers because pew pew pew. But lasers are more expensive, so might as well go for global energy management first. Oh, that was all the aliens that we have encountered so far. So we are the space amoeba observation. That's the last one. I don't remember what it gives you. Probably good, hopefully. We spend a lot of time researching those projects, so we might as well get something good out of it, right? So I think we should be more than enough on time for settling on this planet with the survey. It's a small system. And this is Space Amoebas. Space Amoebas forever. The Space Amoebas, the nickname became popular after the story of how it came to be found its way back to Sierra. Are solitary animals when left to their own device. All but the youngest specimen are accompanied by quasi-independent organisms, the flagella, seemingly spawned by the amoeba and programmed through the liquids. RNA-laced secretions to do the bidding of the host. Initially assumed to be young space amoebas, the flagella does not seem to factor in any reproductive mechanisms, each individual flagellum instead operating solely as a disconnected limb from its host amoeba. These flagella are capable of manipulating and even detecting objects in an impressive yet restricted range around the host, periodically returning to lodge inside the host amoeba's body for reprogramming. Fascinating! And from now on we get plus 5% energy credits. Even more fascinating. I love energy credits. Oh, we've discovered a little bit of our galaxy over here. A small titty bitty. I'm curious about these two planets. I hope they have something nice and good. It's a 21 size, that was an 18 size. So they're pretty decent sized as well. And our first colony is done in 4 months. That's gonna be nice.
Anomaly found.
We found an anomaly of level 3. That's a little bit too much. So leave it be for now. Is it on one of the planets? No, yeah, it's on the barren world. So not one of the colonizable planets at least. Which will be good for us. And after that, I think we're gonna do the research project in this system. Oh, no, that's
complete.
I need survey system. No, not shift click now. Survey system, and then do the research project. Yes. Oh, the colony ship is now done. I'm gonna wait until this survey is done as well. It's gonna take a really small moment, and we go back to the expansion planner. So we have a tidally locked planet over here, which seems to be not that amazing compared to this one, which seems to be pretty good. Where do we want to settle ourselves? I think right over here would be fine. Set yourself down, buddy.
Colony established.
And we have established a colony. Aldura Prime. And I think I'm gonna build a basic hydroponics farm here as well.
System survey complete.
This survey is completed. Excellent. So how fast are you growing now? 1.2. It doesn't show any excess food going into this actually. So if we move you away, it doesn't look like it's actually changed. Oh yeah, it did. It went to 1.1. So the excess food does make a difference. Interesting.
Construction complete.
You have built a farm. Actually, I want to work that farm first. We're colonizing. Actually, let you grow over there and build another farm. Get that extra unity points and everything like that. Take a look at our current planet. We can clear this away. You are migrating to Aldura Prime. Very well. And once this is cleared, we'll build a farm there as well.
Research complete.
Which will be good for that guy that is almost there as well. Oh, right. More influence yearly. Got the frequency tuning energy siphon. But beyond that, border range, which is good, but growth time is also really good. Or we can get those tile blockers out of the way, which you don't have. I like border range a lot. Because it makes more systems in our range, which means we can mine more usually. But growth time is pretty powerful as well. Fine, well, let's go with border range first.
Special project complete.
The asteroid is in actuality a chunk of what was once a habitable and probably inhabited planet. Regularly but overlapping fracture patterns indicate that the planetary demolition was intentional and controlled, if somewhat rushed. All signs point to this planet being homeworld of whatever species destroyed it. We may never know what drove them to consider planetary annihilation to be the lesser evil, and perhaps we should be grateful for that. Alright. Now we need to go here. And he's smart enough to plan around those pirates over there, which I like a lot.
Tile blocker cleared.
Tile blocker cleared. Build a farm. Actually, do it like this.
Construction
I
complete.
mean, even though he's emigrating, he might as well produce some food while he is at it, right? I think we're building a pretty nice empire here. Get a new tradition. Pop growth reduced by 10% and colony development speed increased by 50%. I really like the sound of that. Faster growth in general already is pretty good. Put you there. I'm gonna make you a power plant.
Incoming transmission.
What is this? A defensive pact. Oh yeah, we would definitely like to join that. We're gonna be friends. We're gonna be friends forever. Probably for real, actually. We do need more minerals, though.
Incoming transmission.
Migration treaty. Yeah, sure. Let's do some migration as well. You can come to our country. Or our empire. We don't mind that at all. So we need to start looking into getting more minerals. Maybe clear this tile blocker. Build some mineral stuff there.
Special project complete.
The cracks in the planet's crust, first presumed to be the results of significant tectonic activity, are actually the lasting marks of impossibly large roots burrowing through the Earth. At some point in the distant past, a freak mutation, possibly deliberately induced by sentient beings, though it is unlikely they could have predicted results, caused the native plants to grow out of control. Many of these plants reproduce through pollination, which countless gametes carried by current through the lower atmospheres. While the process was originally only caused from mild irritation, the exponential increase in atmosphere-borne particles effectively choked out life out of all animals on the planet in a matter of months. Terrible. But we have completed our mass extinction study. While the research expedition often yields unexpected results, Cyclocarian scientists have now access to an unprecedented wealth of data with which to accurately model the future of Syrah. Initial reports that Syrah will be in no real danger for at least a dozen generations, save from free cosmic events or the violent collapse of the Cyclocarian Interplanetary Confederation. So all of them add the mass extinction Treaties event chain. But what do we want? What else can we learn from these planets? People should be put at ease. Planetary data, make the planetary data public. I don't know. I would say let's make it public. The information gleaned by the research expedition, the property of Seglocar Interplanetary Confederation, and access to it's restricted. A precaution put in place early on to prevent premature and unfavorable conclusions. With the study now complete, there is a strong lobby for releasing all associated data to the wider scientific community. Very well. We gain physics and society research out of that, which is good. So now we have a science ship, and I really want to start surveying some of our systems that are in range. See if we can find some more minerals, because we are hurting for a little bit of minerals. We have only surveyed 2 habitable planets, so I think it's time for us to set out a little bit and start looking for more habitable planets. I mean, we still have a planet that we can colonize, but we want to get that bonus as well, eventually. Because we can have 5 systems under our direct control. It's pretty good. And did you remove that? No, you're still busy with building a power plant here, which is also fine. We could always use a little bit of extra power. Oh, we found the stagnant ascendancy, militant isolationist. They're xenophobe. Pitfall creatures know that we roamed the star for eons before your helpless species mastered spaceflight. If any of your wretched little ships cross into our space, do not expect them to return. Peace be with you guys. Alright, so we can't go here, so we can't go there. It's a pity. So this part is pretty much blocked off, so we could only go to this part of the galaxy. Fine. But we have established another colony over here. See, I don't really want to build a farm here because it will mean that we will lose our mineral output from there. So that sucks a little bit. Still a good tile to work, so I'll keep it at that. But that's gonna be the end of this episode. Next episode we're gonna probably explore a little bit more in this direction and see what else is over here. And hopefully find some more planets for us to colonize. But that's all gonna be in the next episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.